Hey everyone, welcome to another depressing stream entitled The End of Canada. Okay, I had problems last time with my internet. Everything seems good now. I'm just gonna check the chat. I hope that you guys can hear me. Yeah, the mic is on. Hello, Tamjit. Yeah, Scott, papers, please. Okay, Scott, can you guys tell me if you can hear me okay? Tamjit, if you can tell me if you can hear me as well, just put a audio fine, whatever, trying to make sure everything's going well. We had major technical issues on, when did I try to stream? I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, and the stream kept going down, so that was a disaster. So, okay, thank you guys, thank you. Okay, so there was so much going wrong in Canada that I don't even know where to start anymore. So I thought I'd start with, yeah, I know, Chief Wiggum, it's part of the plan. It's part of the plan. Point Fire, I guess at the government level, nothing is okay. But I guess hopefully in your personal lives, you have a few things going really well. My kids are super happy that it's summer break. So in that sense, that's going well, I guess. Aside from that, my garden is going well. Thanks for asking, everyone. I was just kidding. But you all know that I was planting a huge garden, and it is huge now. I think I have 42 tomato plants that have all survived and are all super strong. So really excited. Jouad, yes, my title is pessimistic. I thought we could recover maybe like a week or two ago until I heard about Bill 36. So we're going to cover that today, and you're going to see how, unfortunately, Canada is very much so done. Whew, so I'm trying to see, I'm still stressed out coming on these streams. Good morning, Tassaniko. So before we get into this, I'm going to show you what you can do and what you cannot do if you're fully vaccinated. So I'm going to show you this article here that appeared in... This is Global News. So fully vaccinated against COVID-19, Canada unveiled new guidance on what you can do and what you can't do. So see, the government is basically here to tell you, like, look, they've got you, okay? I know that you all were worried you're gonna have to start thinking and trying to figure out your life, but it's cool, man, because we are in Canada now. We don't need to think anymore. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the government is literally making all the decisions for us, and they're telling us what we can and can't do. So check out this article, this lovely jewel that I found. Public Health Agency, the PAC, has released updated guidelines for Canadians who are fully vaccinated. So yes, somebody in the comment here said let me find the two-tiered society. Yeah, China. Yeah, two types of citizens here. There, the Saxon, 100% correct. I just got a little distracted in here because I see so many awesome people in the chat. So I just wanted to launch a few shout outs to you all. So Glenn B, Point Fire, Jouad, of course, Trish Ferrand. Hello, Trish. Hope you're doing well. Mahmoud Bin Garad, hello, hope you're doing well. Faye Knox, welcome, Faye, as usual, happy you're here. Glenn, Gary, Christian Delorme, mon cher Christian, bonjour. And Chief Wiggum, I already acknowledged you, but hey, Chief Wiggum, so happy you're here. So yes, so many different, now we have the two societies. I did a video, and I'm surprised it's still up on YouTube, but it is about how the vaccine has now created two different groups, and the end game is either all of us get vaxxed or there's going to be two-tiered society here. So I think right now the government is going about this as if we are going to eventually get everybody vaxxed and they won't have to worry about it. That's where I think we're going with this. Oh my gosh, I'm already needing water. I'm like, what am I, 6 minutes in and I'm already dying? Okay. Public Health Agency, PAHAC. They released an infographic on Friday, and it includes this list of do's and don'ts because you don't need to question anything anymore. Just do it or don't do it. So if you're vaccinated, let's check out what you guys can do. So fully vaccinated. What they can do outside is fairly clear cut. I hope I hope there's no sound on this ad because I'm sharing sound right now. So anyways, let me just double check. So yeah, okay, there's no audio. Okay, perfect. So Canadians who have both doses will no longer have to wear masks or physically distance when outside with small groups of people from multiple households. So again, small group of people. Just by the way, you're not going to get that for long, guys. This is freedom that they're going to take away in about, I would say, 3-4 weeks when we get another variant coming through. So right now we're dealing with the Delta variant, but there's going to be another one. And they're going to go like, oh my gosh, even though you have this, you're going to have to actually go in and make sure that you stay home, stay in lockdown, Quebec curfew, like all that kind of stuff is going to come back in the fall. So we're only enjoy your few weeks of semi-freedom, because I do believe this is going to be very short-lived. Okay, hopefully you guys are hearing okay. Okay, so here we go. So this one actually, this made me laugh. This article is so condescending. Like, do you guys realize how the media is talking to us? I see it everywhere. I hope you guys do too, but we're gonna go through it. So so they can get in small groups from multiple households, even if those people are unvaccinated. Oh, isn't that nice? They're allowing them to see the unvaccinated people. So the vax and the unvax were allowed to hang out together. So cool. Thanks, government. However, they'll need to wait 14 days after their second shot to be considered fully protected. Okay, now this is the part that made me laugh. This includes hugs. Hugs. You're allowed to hug your family and friends, guys. I know we were waiting because we were like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? Because I'm a droid now and I need to wait for government direction on things. But now you're good. Now you can hug your friend. Camping with friends. What about if you want to camp with like your neighbor? Is that okay? Because they didn't say neighbor, they said friends. Small family barbecues, okay. Close contact sports, outdoor weddings, and outdoor birthday parties. So you can have your birthday party. But anyways, this is now what you can do. So indoor gatherings are a bit murkier. So outdoor, if you're vaxxed, you got the freedom to do pretty much what you were able to do in the summer of 2019. Fully vaccinated Canadians can also spend time indoors with other fully vaccinated people. So here we have the segregation. So if you're outdoors, you're allowed to see your unvaxxed friends and families. If you're indoors, sorry, only vaccinated. So they can spend with fully vaccinated people, spend their time with fully vaccinated, and includes a dinner. A dinner, they're telling you, so not a lunch. I don't know if we can have lunches, guys, because the government has not told me. So I'm a little bit confused because it says dinner. So I'm gonna guess, because I'm a good little commie Canadian at this point, I'm fully in line, only dinner, okay? No lunch, no breakfast, no brunch, dinner. Small group of friends, watching sport events, and of course, more hugs. Oh, thanks, government. So we can hug indoors too, guys. I don't know if you knew, but now you know you can hug indoors. But PAHAC is urging fully vaccinated Canadians to consider wearing a mask. Why? No evidence. No, just do it. Just do it. Keeping 2 meters apart and following measures put in place by the event organizer or homeowner when it comes to indoor gatherings from multiple households. So the government is like the overarching dictator of all of this. And they've properly trained a lot of Canadians so that when they come into, when you go to their house, you know, they invite you to their house. Now they're also trained to tell you how to behave, just like the government's telling you how to behave. And they're following PAHAC orders. So it's all good, guys. Oh gosh. Okay, this includes private celebrations or ceremony, indoor birthday parties, places of worship, and the gym. So only vaxxed. If you're unvaxxed and you get invited to a birthday party and it's outdoors and it starts raining, you got to get your behind back home because you're not invited to the indoor version of that party. The agency also recommends wearing a mask, following outline measures put in place, and maintaining physical. Oh, did I read that already? Yeah, I think I read that already. House parties. Oh, or no, I didn't read that already. I think yeah, these guys are duplicating their own thing. Anyways, maybe I did read it already, guys. Okay, the news comes after facing days of questions about what those who are double dose can do. So days of questions, like who's sitting there going, I wonder what I can do today? Like, what can my government allow me to do? Like, can't we just do what we want? Aren't we a free society? Boggles my mind. As of Friday afternoon, 76.5% ages 12 and older have received at least one dose. So I don't know if this is true or not. Who knows? But it matches up with the reality that I'm seeing, because at work, I think everybody I know, except for a very small handful of people, have gotten the vax. So anyways, Jay for Freedom. Hey, Jay. Okay, so it has surpassed the initial government target of 75%. So we're saying that right here, but they're not going to stop there. It's not like because we've reached 76%, they're like, oh, sweet, we're done here, boys. Jimmy, take this back home. We're going to just take our summer to chill. The government is going to be like, keep being drunk on power, so they're going to keep coming at us. Insane, just absolutely insane. Okay. In order to begin easing restrictions on public without overwhelming the hospital ICUs again. I'm not convinced they were ever overwhelmed, the ICUs, but okay, whatever. There were a lot of pictures throughout this whole 15 months where there was empty hospital parking lots and nurses had time to make TikTok videos. So I'm kind of questioning how much really the ICUs were overwhelmed. Okay, so, and they fired a lot of nurses too, because they just didn't have enough work once they closed everything and people weren't going to hospital anymore. So, okay. So they say of having, yeah, so that's good. So that we're at 75%, but they're not going to be done. Oh my gosh. Whew. Every time I see a government official, like my anxiety goes up. I'm like, it's your fault. You're causing this. You're destroying Canada. Okay. Okay, partially or unvaxxed Canadians. Now here's the bad guys. So this is like the corrupt, terrible, soulless people of our society. How dare you not get a vax, right? See, YouTube, I'm speaking the language. How dare you not get the vax? Because like it's because of you that we can't reopen, right? Whew. So Pahak says partially vaccinated or unvaccinated Canadians can enjoy outdoor gatherings with fully vaccinated people, such as a family barbecue, camping with friends or family. See, unvaxxed, you can camp with friends or family, but vaxxed, you can only camp with friends. I love this. You can swimming at a lake and share hugs without masks or physical distancing, if everyone is comfortable with that. So, when did we ever think in Canada that the government would be allowing us physical contact with other people based on their edicts? It's insane, absolute insanity. Okay, when it comes to indoor gatherings such as dinner with a small group of friends or watching a sporting event, Canadians who have either received 1 or 0 doses are advised to consider flouting public guidelines only if everyone is comfortable and nobody is at risk with more severe disease outcomes. Canadians who are unvaccinated or have received 1 dose can attend indoor gatherings with people from different households who are either unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, such as indoor party. Oh, so you can go. You don't have to jet out of there if it starts raining at your kid's birthday party. You can go inside, but only if you wear a mask and maintain physical distancing. But it's so weird because here you can hug. So why can you hug if you have to wear a mask and maintain physically distancing? Isn't this contradictory? But you know what? The government, they do that all the time, contradict themselves within a paragraph of their own articles. It's because this is a destabilization. This is by design. It's not because there's a bunch of idiots working over there at Global News who don't read their own articles. It's because they're doing this on purpose. They're making everything super confusing so you legit don't even know what to do. That's the goal. And so if you don't know what to do, you turn even more to the government for guidance. Follow the measures put in place by organizer to reduce the risk of COVID-19. Keep windows open. Similar rules to follow for bigger indoor and large crowds. So like a concert, except if it's a Foo Fighter concert, then only vaxxed people can go. So, okay, I don't know if I'm going to find this picture. I might have to send it to myself if I can really quickly here, because I saw a picture on Facebook of, I'm just going to describe it to you. Maybe somebody will find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on, guys. There's a picture of a whole bunch of Habs fans that are waiting outside of a patio, and they're all like glued together, no physical distancing, and they're looking into a patio that has physical distancing. So you see like 2 people per table, 6 meters apart, and it's hilarious because people are starting to troll the government with that, going, excusez-moi, François Legault, can you please explain this picture right here? How is this okay? So people are waking up. It's kind of funny to see, but at this point, sadly, it is too late. So, okay, let's go to, I wanted to talk about a couple more things. So in line with the whole vaccination issue, hold on, I'm going to have to look it up. The Manitoba government has decided to go full soulless on us, and absolute insane what they are doing over there. So you all heard about, I'm going to put it up here. You all heard about the lotto that they were doing a few weeks ago. I think I touched on it in here, but a lot of people have brought that up. But let me show you this insanity here. Like, it's like next level. And I guess we saw a preview with this. Do you remember a few years ago when the Liberal government announced that they were only going to be providing funding to summer programs for hiring summer help in your business if you were a pro-abortion, right? So if you were one of those, you know, those pesky anti-abortionist people, like how dare they want to save babies? Like, come on. If you're one of those guys, you wouldn't get funding. So that was kind of like the preamble, the precursor to this. This is just insane. Okay, hold on. I can't do 2 things at once, guys. I can't talk and type. That's terrible. Okay, 30 million. Okay, let's see if this will pull it up. It's a 30 million healthy hire program. And I actually thought this was a joke when I saw it. I thought it was a joke here, but it's actually not a joke. And I'm going to show it to you straight from the Manitoba governmental website. So it's not a joke. I had to look it up myself. Okay, here we go. Check this out. So, okay, so you see here Manitoba, you can see here Manitoba government. You can see I'm not fibbing here. Province launches new 30 million Healthy Hire Manitoba program. So what is this program, you ask? You curious you. Manitoba has decided that they are going to give $5,000 per person that you hire at your business, but only if that person is vaccinated. So it's I learned about this concept today. I didn't know about it. My husband was telling me, like, what is this extortion, blackmailing? What is this? And he goes, no, this is pay for play. And I was like, oh yeah, so it's like in the gaming, right, where you pay to get extra advantages against other people. So even though you're super skilled in a video game, for example, you will have paid to get extra weapons, upgraded features or something about your character, and you can easily go and defeat the most skilled players that way. So it's kind of a pay for play. So that's what government of Manitoba is doing. Absolutely soulless, despicable. I should really look more words to try to describe this up, but it's, yeah, I'm going to take you through this very quickly, this article, you'll see. As we emerge from this third wave towards a post-pandemic Manitoba with fewer restrictions and more freedoms, our focus remains on getting all eligible Manitobans fully vaccinated as quickly and safely as possible, says Pallister. I think this is the, Brian Pallister is the Premier of Manitoba. As we continue to looser restrictions this summer as vaccinations rates increase, this new wage support will help ensure a smooth and steady reopening path and support employers as they staff up to offer Manitobans the goods and services they rely on the most. Okay, it sounds cool, like, okay, right, you're going to give more taxpayer dollars to businesses so they can reopen after you basically sabotage them for 15 months. Okay, like, whatever, I could maybe get behind that. I think we should let the free market take care of it, but okay, whatever. But it's when you go here, you see the more devastating portion here. Under the Healthy Hire Manitoba program, local employers can apply for up to $50,000 in provincial support to help cover the wages of new employees who can attest they have been vaccinated or will be vaccinated. So that was the catch right there. hey employer, we're going to help you. Like this is like the mafia. It's like we're working like the mafia. Okay, all right, we're going to help you out. Okay, buddy, we've got you. We're going to give you, like, we know it's hard to hire people right now, so we're going to help you pay them. So if you hire them and they have the vaccine, we're going to give you $5,000. All right. Okay, awesome, perfect. So can you imagine, like, this is Manitoba. Like, this is not this. It feels to me like this is like a Chinese kind of, like, Chinese government tactic, not a Canadian tactic. Like, what are they doing, interfering in the free market like that? The government is, they're okay. I have to go through all this training at work saying equity in hiring practices. You can't discriminate against somebody because they're a different color, because they're a different religion, because they're handicapped of some sort, because they're whatever, right? You cannot discriminate for who they're married to or some. But now you can actually, under the government sanction, discriminate against. It's a medical discrimination at this point. So while we're eradicating all the other discriminations, we're literally introducing medical discrimination financed by the government. This is what I mean when I say Manitoba is fully soulless. Not Manitoba, the province, Manitoba, the government. Fully soulless at this point. It is unfathomable to me that this is happening in Canada. But here we are. This is why it's the end of Canada. How do you go back from that? They did the lotto. They did incentives at work. So private businesses were already doing incentives, and I think they were getting some form of kickback from the government to do that. But now it's full on. If you hire a vax person, we are going to give you money. Pay for play. So absolutely insane. Oh yeah, happy Canada Day. And hopefully you guys are all celebrating Canada Day. I hear that a lot of Canada Days are being canceled right now, which is the most ridiculous thing. Why you want to cancel Canada Day is beyond me. I think the commies, they just don't like fun. They just don't like any fun at all. But anyways, okay, let me catch up with the chat before we get into Bill C10 and C36, sorry. That is insanity. I don't even know if I want to, I didn't want to do this on a Sunday. I wanted to chill out, but apparently we're going to look at Bill C36. Okay, so guys in the chat, let's see what you guys are talking about. Why is it too late? Oh. Too late for Canada? Is that what you mean, Mahmoud? Maybe not. It's hard when I stream and I try to catch up with the chat. I'll just say a quick hello to a few people I haven't seen. Stuart, hey Stuart. GDR, Pierrette Gagnon, hello Pierrette. Vernon, how are you doing, Vernon? Hope you're well. Stéphanos Normandus. Stéphanos, did you hear? You heard me last time in the last stream when I called out your name. It's it's awesome. Okay. Oh yes. Before Stéphane in the chat said here swear word. Tabarnak, c'est pas chez nous. Okay. Quebec. You guys have another Soviet tactic being pushed on you. I'm going to try to find this one. It was a tweet. I can't remember who it was. Okay, so Quebec music in Quebec government. That should pull it up. Hold on, guys. Have you guys heard about that? Quebec music in Quebec building? God, I can't even spell Quebec. Quebec music. Oh my God. Music in government. Okay. Government building. Oh my God, that took me way too long to type such a small sentence. Okay. And I'm hoping there's not going to be something playing automatically in the back. Hold on, guys. Sometimes you launch these websites and somebody will start talking like one of those. I want to make sure that's not happening. Okay, perfect. Okay. So here we go. Check this out. So Quebec only music rules for government building, music to ears of Gatineau residents. So this is Gatineau, but it's for all of Quebec. Who's the there's a girl, I can't remember the girl who passed this thing. Anyways, I can't remember. Anyways, now they're saying, this one is just gets new. I get the wrong one. I got the wrong one. Hold on. Only this is the one. Only new. This is these two girls here. Okay. Only Quebec music to be played in government buildings, minister announces. So this is very Stalin-esque in essence, because so it's no longer, you know, we can decide, we can put whatever on. If you're in Quebec, you must listen to Quebec music. You have no other option, guys. You must listen to Quebec music. And I don't understand how people don't recognize this as a very, very Soviet style tactic. I'm kind of shocked that this is actually in Quebec, because I get it. And trust me, I lived in Quebec for a lot of years. 20 years I was in Quebec. So I'm just saying, this is not against the artists of Quebec. So please do not interpret anything that I say as being against Quebecers or artists of Quebec. They have very solid artists in Quebec. But I don't like the idea that the government can now mandate things like that. They're mandating what you put in your body. Now they're mandating what audio you put in your ears. That's where my problem is. You can see how it's like boom, boom, boom. They're just more and more freedoms are taken away from you. So now you go somewhere like, is it going to be only Quebec artists with intermittent speeches from the government reminding you to be 6 feet apart? Like, is it like, how is it going to go? Like, you can see how this is very 1984. You will listen to this music. You will walk this way in the grocery store. You will go to this place at this time. You will take this vaccine. You will, it's like, when will it end? When will it end? So, and I'm not, again, not against Quebec music at all. Celine Dion, okay, she's the most famous one, but you know, is she considered, she's singing in English. That's going to be interesting when I think about it, because when they say Quebec music and they're pushing at the same time that whole French law thing, that means they can't play a Quebec artist who has an English song, but it's going to have to be in French, right? If I'm not mistaken, because how would that make any sense that you would actually play an English Quebec song in Quebec after you're fighting for Quebec French law? So it's going to be only English, only French. So, yeah, Faye, you had to speak French. Yeah, if it's true, if you're in Quebec. So it's funny because they're introducing online hate bills right now, and we're going to get into that. But I think the Quebecers, the French Quebecers, are still going to be allowed to online hate the English or in the rest of Canada. They'll have the ability to do that. So, hey, Awal, hi, I'm so happy you're here. Gary, you're here too. Okay, so many awesome people here. Are you guys ready to get into Bill C10 and C36? Okay, let's do it. So C10, a quick recap. C10 was passed, but it still has to go to Senate. But it was passed in the middle of the night, sometime last week, and they are trying to introduce the CRTC, which is basically the Canadian government rules of broadcasting. They're trying to introduce that into online platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Google, like everywhere, so that can be also following those same guidelines. And what they're trying to do is they are trying to enhance or promote Canadian content. Now, that's the nice, you know, like innocent view of this whole Bill C10. That's just the nice one. The reality, how it can be incredibly quickly hijacked to be taken over by nefarious powers, is that they would actually make it so that they can decide who is deemed appropriate Canadian content. So even though I'm Canadian, Bill C10 is not going to be for me. They're not going to promote my content online. They're going to go after and promote somebody who's drank the Kool-Aid, right? The wokes. The wokes are going to get promoted. Me, I'm not going to get promoted online. So that's the very dangerous nature of C10. Now, C10 by itself is going after corporations mostly. And if you get enough of a big platform, it's going to go after you as a large platform content creator. But they needed a way to go after just the individual, right? Like, how do we turn normal citizens into criminals And that is what Bill C36 is here for. So I have some audio show and tell here for you today, because we are going to be covering that. And what Bill, just at a quick glance, what Bill C36 is a bill to go after online hate. And what they keep saying, so I listened to the whole announcement of that bill, and the one thing that came up the most often was it is to go after ideologically motivated violent extremists. So it's very, very overarching. Each word can be in itself its own channel for a hate content. You can say ideologically, that could be hate content. Motivated, that could be hate content. Violent, of course, that's hate content. And extremist, that's just the label they're going to put to tell you your hate content. So it's just absolutely insane that that's what they're going to try to pass. So we're going to cover that today so you all have an understanding. So you remember a few years ago, I think it was two years ago, maybe just 1 year ago, Chrystia Freeland, the Deputy Prime Minister of Canada, can't keep her shoes on in a very big G7 meeting. That Chrystia Freeland, she's the one kind of second in charge here, guys. But she had said, do you remember she said that the biggest threat to our democracy was white supremacy, right? So you remember that, so that was 2 years ago. Now, that wasn't enough because there's not enough evidence of it. There's no evidence that it's white supremacy. There's other ideologies that are far more dominant in the extremism path. So they couldn't really go after online hate for white supremacy with just that. It wasn't enough. But the COVID fiasco provided them the perfect narrative to do that. And that's what we're gonna find out here. Bill C36. So according to David Lamotte, he's our, I'll show you his face right here. This guy, David Lamotte, he is the one responsible for this C36 bill, which is combating online hate crime. And of course, I love that, like, I downvoted it because I go and downvote almost everything I can when it comes to them. But you can, like, look at the ratio. 37 upvotes to 247 downvotes, and that's when I opened it up. There's probably more now, but okay. So okay, let's listen to this guy because he's going to tell us how COVID provided the perfect opportunity for them to start looking at this stuff. So okay, let me know if you guys can hear this. Okay, guys, could you hear that? Nothing? Can you hear me now? Because now I'm confused if the flashing is no. Well, that sucks. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out how to get that. Just give me a second, guys. I have to figure out why that's happening. Oh, you know what? Actually, you can hear me. Okay, hold on. I think that's my mistake, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna see. Give me 1 sec here. I have to do my own audio here today. Okay, so they can't hear the sound.
When you share, there's a little tick box.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna check next. Okay, I thought I checked that. Oh, this one here?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, guys, try this again.
For the last 15 months,
We've been living online. Just look at this event this evening, virtual. The online world has become our world, for better or for worse. It is where many of us are working. It is where we stay in touch with friends and family, buy our groceries, find out what is happening in our community and the wider world. It is where we engage in debate. It has become another public square.
Okay, so I hope you guys heard that. Yes, okay, thank you so much, NYC BBQ, for confirming that that worked. Thank you. So yeah, I had a tick box I did. You'd think I'd never operated any technology in my life, but it's because I get so nervous when I'm on live stream. But that's why my husband's so amazing, literally ran from downstairs, from upstairs to try to help me. Okay, so no, it's not an Apple computer. I almost wish it was. Okay, okay, what he just said is basically we've been at home for 15 months, and oh my gosh, we notice now that there's so much online hate, right? Because this is our new way of being. So in the new post-national Canada, post-COVID Canada, where we're locked in our homes for a lot longer, under house arrest for a lot longer, we now are all turning to online. And so now that they actually don't have to monitor you in the streets, because we're not going in the streets. They're monitoring us online. So they're like, okay, this is the perfect time. Oh my God, there's so much online hate. We've got to address this. So it's funny. One question is going to be, are you going to block online hate that comes from other countries as well? And one of the things I noticed when listening to this guy, this David Lamari, and I'm going to show you a couple more excerpts because it's important, and I listened to this whole video, so you guys don't have to. It is somewhat very painful to listen to these people. They're so patting themselves on the back. They think they're great. No idea that they're actually ruining Canada in the exact same path that communism went down. Absolutely ridiculous. But now that they're going to try to go in and moderate online hate, they've defined that as that what I was telling you before, the ideologically motivated violent extremists. Now, they also mentioned as part of this kind of mini press conference, I don't know how to call it, this Zoom call they were all on, they mentioned that it was also going after I can't even say the word here. I have to be so careful what I say on YouTube. Okay, hold on. The child molestation. So that's what they're going after, right? Child, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. And also extremism. And so then you have Myriam Monsef, who's one of the MPs, and I have nothing against her. I don't want you to think that I am trying to incite hate, because, okay, let me put a disclaimer right here. I am talking about the ideas these people are bringing forward. I am not attacking the people, okay? It's not about attacking the people. I don't care about understanding the person. I just look at the idea that they're throwing my way and I analyze that. So that's what this is. It's not an attack on any of these MPs. It's not an attack on any of the people that work for the Canadian government. And I am not inciting anybody here. So in the chat, like if you see, I have a couple of mods in there. If you guys see any incitement to hate, we don't need to block them because I am about free speech. But if we could just mention that this chat is not about trying to instigate hate, because what I think is there going to be bots or people coming into the chats trying to rile up people and then see if they can get people. So just don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't trust these people. Anybody who tries to rile you up, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. Just in the chat, ignore them. And if we need to, we'll kick him out, but ignore them because that's not what this is for. Okay? Good. Disclaimer. Am I protected now? Am I okay under Bill C36? I am not okay under Bill 36. Okay. So now we have the perfect timing to do this according to the government. We've all been locked in. We have that white supremacy problem. And because of that, when these people, so Myriam Monsef, there's another guy, I don't even know who he is. Oh, his name is here, Arif Virani. And they've mentioned of course, the attack on the mosques, the attack on the Muslim family a few weeks ago. They mentioned anything that has to do, that is done by a white person against a minority. But there is no mention about any of the Islamic attacks that have happened on Canadian soil. So there was one in Alberta a few years ago, the guy who stole a car and he actually shot a police or ran over a police officer. There was the guy in Toronto who had all that fentanyl in his apartment, and he went out and he shot, he even shot that little girl, I can't remember her name, but he shot a girl, a minor girl, so who was out for ice cream with her dad, and a couple of other people as well. So those are mentioned, those are never mentioned, only mentioning the other kinds of crimes. And they're also saying things like, we want to make sure that there's no anti-Semitism. But then I'm sitting here and I'm going, I don't want to whip out the Quran here, but the Quran is full of anti-Semitism. So does that mean we're going to ban online readings of the Quran? Like, is that where we're going? Because I'd rather the Quran be out there online so everybody can see what it's about. Like that, I've always said that, don't burn the Quran, like read the Quran. And if you don't, I'll read it for you. I've read it multiple times with the annotation, annotated by very important Sikhs and imams who have actually annotated and explained to us what we're supposed to understand from it. The Quran is full of anti-Semitic hate, full of anti-woman hate. But yet at this press conference where they're trying to introduce Bill C36 to limit online hate speech, they're talking to us about how hijabi women are feeling unsafe. I'm like, well, if it's online, unless you have a picture of yourself, like how would people know that you're a Muslim unless you're telling people, right? I guess if you're telling people, but come on, like if it's online hate and it's just stupid things, just shut off your app, like get off of YouTube for a few days, chill out and come back to it. Hate is just part of our world. This government has a utopian view that they can just eradicate hate, but really they're not trying to eradicate hate. They're trying to use this C36 as an excuse to get rid of anybody they don't want to. So in Soviet style, Stalin would actually go after people and put them in jail. In this new online world, they don't need to put you in jail. They can just ban you from participating. They can ostracize you. And at that point, you're powerless. I'm not even, like, this is the content for another stream, but how the money is going to tie into all of this, because if all of our stuff is online and we don't have the ability to pay in cash anymore, it's all like cashless cash. Say that 10 times, guys. But if you have that, how are you gonna, they can easily block your bank account, and now you can't do any transactions online at all anymore. So the hate bill is part of that. Partnered up with future technology, it's even more scary when you think about it. But one thing that they said at this conference, and I don't know if everybody has caught on to that, anybody who's listened to that, but I'm going to share this with you. There is a part, it's at 10:26 mark, I wrote this down. There's a part, and I'm going to share this with you guys, because, hold on. Okay. So this is you're going to see Bill Blair, and Bill Blair is full on admitting to you here that Bill C10 and now Bill C36, which they're talking about here, is going to be partnered up with additional legislation in the fall. So I know I sound like an alarmist, so I'm going to let Bill Blair tell you himself. So here we go, guys.
Will help to protect Canadians from hate speech and from hate crimes online. And very importantly, it sets an important stage for additional legislation that we intend to introduce in the fall to further combat harmful online content. That legislation will be informed by further public engagement that will give Canadians and stakeholders a chance to comment on the proposed regulatory framework.
Okay, so additional legislation coming in the fall, in addition to Bill C36. And they're saying that they want Canadians' opinion. So I'm Canadian, right? Like, I have an opinion. My opinion is Bill C36 is one of the most dangerous legislations we have seen to date in Canada. It is far worse than anything else, because this is the opportunity for them to entirely monopolize all of the internet. So right now, how it works. if you're a normie Canadian, you're not quite aware that there's an underground of social media where the different perspectives are shared. You're exposed to the mainstream media. The mainstream media in Canada has been bought by the government. Now, I'm talking about places like CBC, CTV, all of the Canadian national chains of news have all been bought by the government. They're paid by the government now. They're getting grants and all that. Now, the places like Twitter, Facebook, the Canadian government they're in line with what Twitter's already doing. So Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, they're all banning content that they don't like anyways as a private entity. But the governments are kind of happy with that, right? Because the government can kind of like, as if you don't think that Justin Trudeau can be like, okay, Mark Zuckerberg, I need a favor here. There's a bunch of people online, like they're white supremacists. I need you to ban their Facebook group. Of course, Mark Zuckerberg is going to do it. They're all in this global planning agenda together. So that's the unfortunate part that we understand is that, sorry, my dog is having a dream. She's having a dream. She's totally passed out. Jenna, you okay, my girl? What's going on? Oh, she's so funny. She's sleeping, but she's dreaming. Anyways, okay. So now the Canadian government is already on board with what the mainstream media is doing. They're all censoring everything. They're censoring conservatives, any speech they don't like. So they're already doing that. So the only option then, and of course, like CBC, the CBC is already blocking comments, right? So if you go on the CBC and you read an article, or you go on a CBC video on Facebook, on YouTube, you can't comment. They've disabled the comments. So that means this bill C36 is not going to be for hate speech found within the CBC, right? Because there is no hate speech, because there's no comments at all. The CBC gets to just go and say whatever the government tells them to say. And the normie Canadian out there who doesn't know better thinks that that is news. They don't realize it's propaganda. So in our current state in Canada, which is already halfway to communism, we're halfway there. In our current state, if you want to hear alternative views, you have to know of YouTubers. Like, I'm not promoted anywhere on YouTube. You can literally search the title of my video and you'll find 10 videos above mine of other stuff that is promoted by the government, like the content creators that are promoted. And even by searching the exact title of my video, you won't find me. So unless you already knew about me, it's almost impossible to find me at this point. You're only going to find CTV, CBC, Australian news, like all of those guys. So you have to go into places, you have to either have followed me for a few years, or you have to go on the new tech, right? The alternative tech, the new tech, like Rumble and BitChute and all those other techie places that are kind of popping up. So Bill C36 is going to be going after those guys. That's what they're doing. It's not going to be for online hate on major places that are already censored. Now they're introducing this very insidious freedom-ending bill to go after all of the other little ones and the individual that are part of that. So they've bought the CBC, they've already bought Facebook and all that via C10. They're going to monitor and manage that. Now C36 is think of it as like at the individual level. That's how I interpret it when I read this legislation put through. It's at the individual level. They're going for the individual Canadian. So essentially, Bill C36 will turn the average Canadian into a potential criminal based on if the government deems that what you said was hate speech or not. So that means if I go online one day and I never do hate speech. I always have these disclaimers, but one time I go online and I say, I really hate tomatoes. Like, tomatoes are like so bad. They're so acidic and whatever, right? Is that going to be enough to be considered hate speech to have me banned? Because when they ban somebody for hate speech, they don't tell you what they're banning them for. Is that what it's going to be? Or is it just going to be as easy as, oh, we don't like your content in general. We think you're inciting hate. So we're going to go and give you a house arrest, right? So the penalty for that bill would be house arrest and I think a $70,000 fine. So you can easily see with the normie Canadians out there, I'm normal. I used to be middle class, but I'm going lower class now because the government is just sucking everything out of me. I have they're taking all my money via taxes, so I can't save appropriately. Anyways, it's my own personal story, but whatever. But do you think I can pay a $70,000 bill? Like, so anyways, that's what they're going after. So that's what this bill is for. Now, somehow in that conference, some dude managed to get in there and ask a very, very awesome question, which made everything awkward. And I love this. I love this. So hold on, I'm gonna find that spot. And I want you to look at everybody's faces in there. Your dog's news, you're late, but it's okay, it's okay. We'll catch you up real quick. We'll catch you up. I think I saw did I see a question here? Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on the chat. Oh, s'mores supplies. Okay, I thought I saw a question here, but okay, but check out this thing. Okay, so 2650 here. Almost. There we go. Just too much. Okay, listen to this, guys.
The authors of hate online. But as Minister Guilbeault has said, there are other solutions that will reside in the regulation of online platforms. There will be things that pertain to the ministry of Minister Blair with respect to police forces and etc. And all of it has to fit together, and we have to try to affect a number of different delegate balances, all to protect this public space that we feel is critically important to the vitality of our democracy and the ability of our people of all identities within Canada to participate in.
Okay, listen to this, guys.
Thank you. Merci. The next question, la prochaine question, Tom Korski, Black Locks reporter. Please go ahead. La parole est à vous.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lametti, why are you suing Parliament?
Okay, I'm just gonna pause it and we're gonna play it. He said, "Why are you sitting in Parliament?" This guy is a hero. This guy is like balls of steel. Why are you sitting in Parliament? Okay, but let's check out the awkward that's gonna ensue.
Sorry, would you repeat the question, please? I missed the fourth word roughly.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Why are you suing Parliament?
Oh, okay. If I have it correctly, I believe you're referring to a proceeding that PHAC has initiated under the Evidence Act, under Section 38.
Okay, so he goes on to like a total awkward 3-minute speech in there about all this stuff, but I don't exactly know what happened with PHAC, but it sounds to me like he somehow got in trouble. So there's some kind of an open investigation on him. And the dude on the phone literally said, "Why are you still in Parliament?" And this is the thing. You have to think about this. The Trudeau government, one of the most corrupt government in recent history, is the one putting these freedom removals on us. So Trudeau, who has the ethics commission violations, has very shady characters all around him. Had the one other dude had to quit because he was what was his name? That other douchebag. Sorry, I can't say that. That's hate speech. That other guy that was working with him. Morneau. He had to quit because something bad was around him, and they didn't want it to come to light. So Chrystia Freeland is directly related to Nazis. Like, no joke, her grandpa was actually a Nazi in Nazi Germany. So these people are the ones telling us that they're going to monitor hate speech. None of them have clean slates. None of them. They're all polluted, corrupted, awful, terrible legislative producers. And they're the ones who are coming saying, "Yep, you know what? We're going to tell you guys when to hug, what to do, and we're going to monitor your online hate speech for you." Because obviously Canadians are such big softies, they can't even handle online hate. Dude, like, seriously? It's just Gerald Butts. Yes, sorry, it's not Morneau, it's Gerald Butts. So yeah, it's absolutely, like, I can't even believe this anymore. This is so insane. So insane. So, okay. Oh gosh. Okay. So I got myself all worked up now. I have to calm down a little bit. Okay. So I have one last thing for you guys today. And this is me going full woke because, you know, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, you know. But let me get rid of this guy. But anyways, if you guys want to go watch this, you're going to see, well, you can watch it if you want. But what happened is they introduced the bill. They talked about how great it was because Canadians need help. Canadians of color, Canadians of minority, Canadians of this and that, the hijabi wearing Canadians, they all need the Canadian government's help. It's basically saying that they're all too incompetent to manage their own lives, essentially. It's so condescending. It's such a condescending law, saying, oh man, they're so victimized. We need to help them. No, government, what we need for you guys to do is just back the hell off. Back off, let us reopen and get your hands out of our pockets. That's what we need. That is what we need. I found out in the last year we barely even need school at all at this point. I'm like, why are my kids going to school? I had to homeschool them for a year while I was working. I did it. It wasn't easy, but my husband was helping me. I'm pretty sure that I would rather get a couple of kids together and start paying another parent who's at home to do the homeschooling for us instead of sending them to school. We don't need school. So fire all the teachers, get everybody out of there. Then it's going to save us a whole lot of money in tax dollars. Yeah, that's what we need. I need less government. I need the government to be out of my life. I need to go. Oh, this is it. I need the government to socially distance from me. That's what I need. A lot of us need that. Okay, so before I go today, I'm going to show you my wokeness. So, okay, who's that? New Zealand. Let's check out, because New Zealand is in the Commonwealth with us. So I'm going to show you this guy. Okay. So here's an article about Laurel Hubbard. Laurel Hubbard is set to break new ground at Olympics. So of course we need this because, I mean, we need for this person to go against women, because obviously New Zealand will be able to break all records everywhere. And what makes me laugh is either the other governments of the world are going to have to start sending transgender people in the women's sport, or it's always going to be the country with the transgender that's going to win. So if my wokeness is on point, what's going to happen is over the next few Olympics, this is one way it could go, all of these people would become officially all transgender athletes, because the women won't bother competing anymore, right? What woman's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go up against this guy, or sorry, this woman. I'm woke, guys. Remember, I'm woke. So what woman is going to go after trying to win against this kind of a woman who can obviously lift way more and has already broken all the world records I can't achieve? So why would I even try? So then it'll just become the women's sports will die, in the sense that a natural born woman who decided to stay a woman, is that how it works? I don't know. I have to get my woke Bible out. If you stayed a woman and you're a woman, then that means you're going to be eclipsed out of the sports, all of the sports. But you know what? I found one sport that I think is going to be awesome to introduce transgenderism into, because I think that they are severely underrepresented, and we're going to share that with you here. So I was looking this up because I'm thinking, you know, figure skating is a little bit too conservative. You know, they're not going with this whole, they won't accept same-sex partners on the ice. So there's a rule in figure skating, actually. It's called Rule 403. And hang on, I'm going to look it up. 302. And this is from figure skating. Hold on. Figure skating. Okay. So the Rule 302, it actually says that it's no same sex, right? Okay, so this is Rule 302. Now, I'm thinking, if that's fine, because we can still get transgenders in there without the same sex thing. So I was thinking that we could do like, if I do let me get out of here, and we're going to do pairs figure skating, because I'm going to show you the moves that I would like for them. Okay, here. We're going to go back to the 2018 Olympics. So if we do one of, oh my gosh, I'm going to find for you one thing that I'd like to see. So I want to see, and this is going to kind of be really complicated for me because my brain isn't used to it. Hold on. Oh yeah, y'all gonna hear this commercial, aren't you? And I clicked on it, so it opened it up now. It thinks I want to buy a car. Okay, so skip ad. Now, let me pause this so I can focus on this stream here. Is it hot where you guys are? It's like almost 40 degrees here. I think if you're in Canada, it is. Okay, so I want a transgender man. So a man who transgendered towards a woman partnered up with a woman who transgendered towards a man. So, and I want them to do some really fun lifts. So I'm going to find some here because I think that would be really groundbreaking. If we can get, oh man, why is this so slow? I'm going to have to find another one. I mean, let me go right on YouTube, guys. Because this is going to be really interesting to try to find. I want to see pairs figure skating. And now you guys see all the people that I follow. Figure skating lifts. There. Okay. So this kind of thing. This is what this here. Okay. There's going to be a commercial. Okay, there. This. Can I please have the man on top, the man-born person that's transitioned to a female, that's 200 pounds, with the female who transferred into a man to do that kind of lift. That is what I want to see. This stuff right here. Okay, hold on. Let's see that again. Okay, this right here. That is what I would love to see. Now that would be groundbreaking in the LGBTQ plus the spirit to infinite world. Now, see, I'm perfectly willing to be a little bit woke on this. And that is when I think I will be happy, because I think we will have achieved full-on equity in the Olympics, right? It can't just be weightlifting. That's not fair, right? This because it's not everywhere. We like equity. We're communists, remember, guys? We're communists. We like equity, not equality of opportunity. We like equity. And equity is where everybody has the same outcome. So I want that to be across the board for LGBTs. So the man who's a woman, who's lifting the woman who's a man in Olympic figure skating lifts. And then you're not breaking rule 302, right? I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect. And at that point, I will be fully woke and I will absolutely do the whole woke agenda. So anyways, okay, did I see Rage in the chat? I sure did. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, Rage, were you there when I talked about Bill C36? It's $70,000 fine. Yeah, and it's going after the individuals, the us who comment in here. Like here, Special K on acid. That could easily, this offends me. You could report whatever offended you as hate speech under Bill C36, and you're gonna be good to go. It's gonna be good to go, boy. It's gonna maybe I'm misgendering you, so that's probably hate speech too, because maybe Special K is like Katie or something, and it's a girl, and I just called her a him. But yeah, whatever you're offended about there is easily hate speech under the new under this new C36 bill. So. Yeah, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, guys. I have no words for what is going to happen. Am I an anarchist? Oh, sorry, hold on. Wrong one. I showed Rage instead. No, I don't really know what I am. I'm just a person that wants to be free, and I want to raise my kids in an environment that is not this suffocative. I guess I'm okay with I don't know. I wish there was no government, but then in the absence of government, there'd be tribes everywhere. Like, I think of it as if there's no government, we end up in a kind of world that like a Walking Dead. And I'd rather be under Rick's tribe than under what's that guy with the baseball bat there? Oh, I can't remember his name. See, normally I know all these things off the tip of my tongue, but I come on here and I try to talk and nothing comes to my brain. But the guy who's got the baseball bat with the wire around it. So I would pick a tribe at that point. I think I would rather live in that environment, to be quite honest, because at least I'd have a shot at my own thoughts, my own opinions and everything, right? So yeah, so I don't know. I don't have labels really. I don't know. I don't know how to properly answer that question. See, this is why I can't do debates, because then I can't even talk. I can't even talk appropriately. So anyways, yeah, some people, this is like, I could see this point of view. Oh my gosh, this keeps changing. Hold on, guys. Government is necessary. So I can see that point of view. I can see that point of view because if you think historically speaking, there's always been some form of leadership or another, right? So if you look at it that way, yeah, there's always going to be. So technically, the government under Rick was still kind of a government. He governed his tribe, right? So technically, yes, there's always going to be that form. And we can never live without anything, but anyways. Yeah, the son of Rambo, are you asking if this bill would be retroactive? You know what? 100%. 100%. Just like Twitter is looking at tweets that commanding officers in the naval forces, the army, they're looking back 10 years and they're like, oh, you said that back 10 years ago. That was slightly misogynistic. So they are going to absolutely go and do that for hate speech. So I know that even though every single video I've done about Islam, I literally say, hashtag not all Muslims. I'm attacking the ideology, not the people. We should talk about the ideology. We need to understand what it is. We need to learn what's coming in, why they're coming in, why they're making us change our laws on their behalf. But guaranteed 100% that I will be locked up somewhere in some digital jail with no access to my money because it'll be hate speech. 100% guaranteed. This is coming. They're coming for me. And just because, like, there's no point in me deleting anything. First of all, I would never delete anything I've done. I'm very proud of all the stuff I've done and I stand by every word. But I would never, so I'm never going to apologize. If you ever see me apologizing, it means I am under such duress that like somebody's going to kill my kids if I don't, right? Like that kind of thing. If you ever see me apologizing for anything I've ever said, that is what is happening, because I will never apologize willingly for anything that I've said. But 100% that they're going to go after us for hate speech retroactively. Yeah, no doubt in my mind. I'm running out of voice already. Rage, how do you do 3-hour streams, buddy? I don't know how you do it. Okay, so yeah, okay. I will let everybody go enjoy the 40-degree weather that you are about to be hit with in Alberta, Manitoba, all the prairies. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. Good luck out there, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining and see you in the next one. Bye.